Hello, welcome to the 1 Year with the Ramchal series. And now we are going to deal with the weekly portion of Vayishlach. And some insights about the weekly portion we're going to discover together. So here it starts. The meeting of Jacob and Esau takes place after 20 years. So they have these accumulated emotions and unspoken words and realize the dreams over the years that they reached a critical point. So they are on the verge of this explosion when they are going to meet. So Esau representing the negative aspects and Jacob representing the positive side. They meet again. The question arises, who will prevail this time? In the previous section, we had mentioned that if Esau had received his father's blessing earlier, his negative influence would have dominated all humanity and all the world. Can the good triumph again now, or will Esau provide his victory, is worth pursuing, bringing the end to the unresolved dispute, basically, that they're having in these 20 years? So this moment is thrilling, and we await the outcome, what is going to happen. וישלח יעקב מלאכים לפניו אל עשיו אחיו ארצה שעיר שדה אדום. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brother, into the land of Seir and the field of Edom. So Rashi also says that they were real angels, and Jacob sent them ahead. During those 20 years, Jacob underwent this significant spiritual development, realizing that wasn't worth engaging in a physical confrontation with Esau. So therefore, he decided to send these angels out. ויתן ליצחק את יעקב ואת עשיו, ויתן לעשיו את הר השעיר, לרשת אותו, ויעקב ובניו ירדו מצרימה. And I gave into Yitzchak, Jacob, and Esau, they gave into Esau Mount Seir to possess it, and Jacob, his children, went down into Egypt. So Jacob sends angels to assist him in engaging with this Esau on the spiritual level. So interestingly, Jacob approached and spoke respectfully to Esau, who was physically more powerful than him, obviously. However, over the years, Esau, fueled by accumulated anger and anticipated a violent confrontation, was confident in overpowering Jacob with his strong men that they were coming. ויצאו אותם לומר, כוח תאמרון לאדוני עשיו, כה אמר עבדך יעקב, אם לבן גרתי ואחר עד עתה. And he commanded these men, saying that, shall we say into my God Esau, thus said the servant Jacob, I sojourned with Laban and stayed until now. So what is Yaakov is saying? That Laban Garti, I have sojourned with Laban. So the value of Garti, it is 113, which basically corresponds to the number of mitzvot, the commandments that we have. So Jacob conveyed in his response a hidden message that despite being in Laban, he adhered to the mitzvot and not forgetting where he came from. So Laban is representing the one who could be engaged with some negativity. So therefore, he is clearing out that he didn't forget where he came from. He faced temptations and challenges over there, resisting them and learning from his mistakes. Now, as prepares to meet Esau, and he anticipates a new challenge, and his focus is overcoming it with his own methods, experiences, and learning from the past errors. So in everyday life, we mentioned that the liberation from Egypt. So a negative situation that required divine assistance, just as the overcoming challenges. Drawing strength from that experience, we can overcome present struggles. So each of us faces personal challenges, obviously, that is related to our spiritual growth or the tikkun. It is so crucial to acknowledge and reinforce our commitment to correcting our past, making efforts to address these challenges and not procrastinating. So we have to go ahead and to do it. So what happened before the meeting? So how did Jacob prepare himself, basically? He turned to the God in prayer, seeking assistance for his journey and asking to be saved from Esau's hands. הצילנו נא מיד אחי ומיד עשיו כי ירא אנוכי אותו פן יבואו והבניהם על הבנים. It was a real fear. Deliver me, I pray there, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and smite me, the mother with the children. So why it is important that it said ki yirah anochi oto, and we have et meaning a sign, so indicating Esau's brit milah, circumcision, through which he entered into the covenant with the Almighty. As Yitzhak's son, he also enjoyed the protection of God, so they both have. Esau excellent in two mitzvot. He had the brit milah, okay, signifying that his connection with God and his ability to distinguish between good and evil. And also he observed the mitzvah of kivud av ve'em, honoring parents. So after leaving his parents' home, Jacob couldn't fulfill this mitzvah of kivud av ve'em. He feared that in these aspects, Esau was much better because during these 20 years, Esau managed to observe this mitzvah of honoring parents, and this mitzvah would assist his brother in this battle. So Jacob contemplated, so he made like a good analysis, SWOT analysis here. What is his goodness, weakness, and what the strongest part. So Jacob contemplated what made his brother superior, what he couldn't achieve during this time. It involved an examination of strengths and weaknesses during the struggle. So earlier God had promised Jacob that he would protect him, but now Jacob needed to understand the limitations and challenges in their relationship with Esau. ויתן לך את ברכה אברהם לך ולזרעתך איתך לראשיתך את ארץ מגוריך אשר נתן אלוקים לאברהם. And gave thee the blessing of Abraham, and so they seed with thee that you mightest inherit the land of the sojournings with God gave to Abraham. In Jacob's blessing, there is a statement. May he give you the blessing of Abraham to you and your offspring. That implies that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky or the sand on the seashore. So considering that Jacob already received the message from God in his dream before, why reinforce it with the analogy on the sand on the seashore? So Jacob actively sought to maximize the spiritual possibilities of the blessing. So aiming this to multiply, creating many, and thus to better prepare for this confrontation. He desired to attract as many blessings as numerous grains of the sand, that is so many, employing various the spiritual angers, prayers, weaknesses, strengths. So Jacob explored how it could incorporate other factors to attract blessing and mitzvot, initiating that struggle. Yeah. And then there is a battle. So Jacob sends messengers and gifts to Esau, conveying this message that he values the relationship of theirs. The gifts serve as a gesture of goodwill and acknowledges the importance of this relationship that they had and aiming to appease Esau. ותעוברת המנחה על פניו והוא לאו בלילה והוא במחנה. So the present passed over before him, and he himself lodged at night in the camp. Hamincha, it is the present, the gift. So it is numerical value of the mincha. It's mem 40, nun 50, chet 8, and 5 was a hey is 5. So altogether is 103. This number suggests that the negative forces supported Esau, and it needs to be counterbalanced by the positive energy of 103. Okay, so Esau had 103 negative things, and therefore we have to make it balanced to 103 positive to give this gift to be balanced. ויוותר יעקב לבדו ויבקר איש עמו עד עלות השחר. And Jacob was left alone there, wrestled the man with him until the breaking of the day. Ve'avek, its meaning to wrestle. The root of this word is avak, meaning dust, powder. The intense struggle between the angel and Jacob stirred up so much that it reached heavenly tone. And it caused quite a commotion. Additionally, the number value of avak, we have aleph 1, vet 2, and kuf is 100. It is also 103, the same as mincha was before, that it counterbalances the negative forces. So we have this battle. Esau's angel quickly seizes this opportunity that Jacob gives mincha, the presence, to neutralize the negative forces. So Esau's angel promptly uses this interpretation energy against Jacob as a swift of counteraction. We get another confirmation related to this spiritual event. Another 103 was this avak, the dust, the powder. So this struggle left its mark not only in the lower world, but also in the higher realms. Hopefully, this battle will conclude with the triumph of the good by combining Jacob's maximum spiritual knowledge with divine intervention. We eagerly await the miracle. It is this joint effort that anticipates the moment when the winner will be revealed from the weekly portion. That was for today. Okay, how Jacob prepared for the battle. So also we might prepare ourselves spiritually before we are entering some physical things, and this is the way to succeed. Okay, to all starts in the mind. This is what I wish you for this week, and see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.